Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Brighter Podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is BatSheva.
And my life is so much brighter thanks to BatSheva.
My life is crazy brighter thanks to Chelsea.
We love to come on here and share stories, tools, our own life experiences in hopes that our unique path and journey will help to brighten yours. And today we have another juicy topic. But before we dive in, let us all arrive in the space like we like to by taking a few breaths together. So if you are somewhere where it's safe to close down your eyes or soften your gaze, I invite you to do that and go ahead and let all the air out. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, maybe sighing out the mouth. One more, deepest breath all the way in. And exhale, let everything that's ready to go, go. Hello, welcome back. We are at episode 50. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Amazing.
So amazing. So honored and happy and grateful to be here with you, BatSheva.
Likewise, we did it. It's been over a year, and I'm really proud of us.
Same. And it's fun. So that's like the juicy
and
bonus
it's fun.
on top. Yeah.
It is.
And today we're going to be talking about other fun things. We are in our second round of pussy talk, and we are going deeper this time.
We love a good pun.
Yeah, we do. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So yeah, we decided that this is going to be one of our recurring episode themes, and we are going to educate and share stories and jokes and all that we can about our beloved vulvas, our beloved pussies, and give them some recognition. And mine is tingling even just saying it. So she's excited.
Yes. I love that we are including her in this conversation. Yes, we are. All of the beautiful body parts. And wow, I have to say that my youngest son, he's in 7th grade, just like 2 days ago, he said to me that he just learned in sex ed at school about oral sex. And he was like, the vagina. And I was like, no, it's the vagina is the hole, the cavity inside the woman's genital. But the outer part that's kind of equal to your penis, it has a different name. There's the labia, which is the lips, and the vulva. And he was just like, okay. And I was like, yes, I fucking did it. Like,
Yes.
just showing up.
I mean, because it is just a name of it. And we just call it like we call our other body parts by their name.
But they don't even do it in the fucking sex ed class properly. Like, I mean, I'm sure they're like maybe pointed to the different parts, but also, no, they don't. We were just like told the proper clinical name is vagina, which again, Chelsea knows I have a whole like stand-up comedy joke about how the women got the short end of the fucking stick when it came to naming our beautiful genitals. The men got the penis, that they get to smile when you say penis. And the women are like frowning through the vulva and vagina. And it's like, I don't think it's really fair. I think there's like a renaming campaign that I'm going to start. But in the meantime, I will embrace what we have. And pussy, we get to smile at the end of pussy. So at least as an adult, we can start to smile.
Yes. I love that. Yeah, actually thinking about what we have kind of been diving into. So we have a little creative post that we post, if you haven't recognized, on our social medias after our episodes. And these are fun things that we look up and we get creative with. And as we were going for our first pussy talk, we were looking for vulva-shaped things or things that resembled it. And literally, Canva was like, this is violation of our policies, or we're not able to look this up. And there was absolutely nothing. Whereas you can find pretty much anything else on there. It was just really crazy to me. And it's not like I'm looking for pornographic photos. I'm looking for images that are, and I'm even saying female genitals and vulva and even vagina, and no, nothing. So,
That's like so offensive and so messed up.
yeah.
You have to choose a papaya or a flower or something.
Yeah. Even animated. I mean, it's not like I'm looking for photos of people. I'm looking for drawings, and they're just nowhere. And then I remember that in the training that I'm taking, that they were saying if you're finding images and using images for education, to really pay attention and pay for them if it's something to be paid for, because they're not readily available. And I was not aware of this. I mean, I listened to that, but I really didn't take that in until looking for drawings and images to post on social media, and not available, not even on the professional accounts. So.
And I am just getting through a book that Chelsea has already finished called Woman's Anatomy of Arousal, which we'll put in the show notes. You should definitely check out, educate yourself, because what the fuck? She starts out this whole book explaining that medical texts that have been studied forever in our culture and are still the textbooks for medical students do not comprehensively show the correct anatomy inside a woman's genitals. They don't. They skipping things, missing things. Like, what the actual fuck with that?
I can attest to that as a nurse. Kind of side subject is that also the endocannabinoid system. Never once mentioned, talked about in the entire 15 plus year career in nursing that I had in the intensive care unit.
What is
Never
that?
once.
I don't know what it is.
The endocannabinoid system, it's just like the digestive system, but it has to do with like basically cannabis and the receptors, and how actually that there is this whole system that whenever you have THC or CBD, that there are receptors that take it in and actually use it and process it. And if your body doesn't have it, then there are deficiencies that can happen, just like with other nutrients. So,
That's
yeah, but never once mentioned.
Never. No.
Yeah.
Well, and then
same with the
sorry,
pussy, vulva, vagina, all of it. There was just recently a study that mapped out all the nerve endings of the clitoris.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me.
I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just fascinating that all of these things, there's been so much other research and money given for medications or for just figuring out what is this body. I mean, we do all these research on the brain and on the stomach and on the heart. I worked in open heart surgeries for so long, and there's like not something that you don't know about. And
exactly. It's not an excuse that it's internal versus external. Like, fuck that. Right. It's a woman thing. It's a fucking anti-woman thing. Yeah. It's just there's no reason.
It's so incredible. So please educate yourselves. Read these books, follow these people, tell your children the proper things, because we can't rely on school systems or healthcare systems or really any system, because we can see that's happening there.
Speaking of medical system, one of my very dear friends has a daughter who's like, she's in her late teens, and her daughter actually asked her to go to, she had heard that my daughter went to like a sex educator outside. Their school is a Jewish religious school. They don't even offer sex ed there. So my daughter and her friend wisely, and I'm so proud of them, asked me and her friend's mom to go to like a sex educator. And they went to this amazing woman in the Valley, Beth Cannon in Los Angeles and Sherman Oaks. Highly recommend her. My daughter came home so informed, so empowered. And basically a friend of mine was asking for a referral for her daughter, and I sent her daughter to the same woman. Her daughter came back, I think maybe for the first time, looked at her own body, told her mother that she needed something called I think it's called a hymenectomy or hymenoscopy, I think, or one of those words, hymenectomy, which basically The daughter concluded she needed. She's never been able to wear tampons. And the reason is because the hymen, which of course we've all heard about because it breaks during sex or during horseback riding or whatever, generally with most women, most virgins, blah, blah, blah. But this young woman's hymen did have some holes in it. So like her period was able to like be released, but not one hole. I think it was like a few holes or something. And so her whole teenage life, she had never been able to introduce a tampon. She wasn't sexually active. And the mother had to like crowdsource on Facebook Mommies how to help her daughter because the doctor couldn't help her. And there was no pediatric referral for fucking one gynecologist who could help her daughter. And then her mom started calling around to all the people on Facebook. Like all these moms were like, oh, that changed my life, changed my daughter's life. Like, I mean, you can imagine if like that's your issue, like, hello, just get it fixed. Like have someone like it can't be a big deal to take it, quickly take it off, for a doctor to do that. I mean, I'm just like, my heart goes out to them because it's been like, I think she told me it's been like 4 months and she still has not found that doctor yet because she was going to pay out of pocket for a doctor who would do it and then was like going to be literally thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm thinking to myself, if there was some comparable situation for a boy where somehow they couldn't ejaculate, it was still safe, but it wouldn't like come out in a proper stream without a tiny little something like what do they call the bris? That's like the Jewish word for a circumcision, like something, they would be fucking giving them out at Walgreens, like CVS. Like, I don't even start with me. Like even, circumcision, like, which, is a religious thing, but it's also considered sometimes like a medical procedure and sometimes not. And I'm not getting in the middle of that argument. It's each to his or her own, literally as a parent or, as an autonomous male. But bottom line, like they're fucking giving those out left and right. And it's not always a doctor. Like the rabbi can step in or the mohel is like the name of the guy who does it and snips away sanitarily. And like, yet this poor like teenager is going through fucking hell and like can't participate in things. Can you imagine like without a tampon, like swimming and just being able to go camping? Just so many things would just be messier and more annoying and just like, what the fuck? It's not fair. It's really my point. I remember like I am now in menopause, but I couldn't deal with a cup because first of all, I really didn't know my body well enough back then, to be perfectly honest. Like now at 53, almost 54, I'm finally more familiar with my beautiful body and my pussy, and I can feel comfortable if I were to need to put a diaphragm in or a cup. But you know what? In my early sexually active days, let's say my early 20s, like I sadly, but also I think pretty relatably, I was not comfortable with my own body whatsoever. Yeah, I could put a
Oh my
tampon
gosh,
there,
I
but
have so many friends that literally they're like, no, I would not. You're like reaching inside of yourself. What? They are so
yeah,
baffled by it. And honestly, some of them are disgusted. And I'm just like,
yeah,
wow, this is my
yeah,
body. This beautiful vessel that I get to roam around this earth with. And
yeah.
why shouldn't I know it? Why wouldn't I know it better than anyone else? It's mine.
Not to mention it's a
It's
source of life-giving and pleasure-giving. So hello. Oh my
life giving,
God.
pleasure giving, the whole human experience. You're feeling it through this body. And it's
And
just like,
through the
wow.
pussy,
And how
through that
it's,
area of our body.
yeah. And how it's just not really encouraged to know your body, to explore your body. I mean, shit, we're pretty much just telling people, oh, don't feel it. And if you're feeling these things here, we're going to give you all these things so that you don't have to feel it.
Yes. And I know like when I was a child, and I hope this is different in today's generation, I really hope. I actually don't know, but like when I was a kid, there was the whole thing, oh, it smells like tuna, it smells like fish. There was a whole stigma. And so I just immediately was like, well, that must be true. That must be what I smell like. Oh my God, I wouldn't want a guy down there either. It was like so sad to shame my own body automatically just because like that was the word around the schoolyard.
Yeah, who even came up with that? I love that's one of the oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things of Mama Gina and Layla's and my other teachers are they're just encouraging you to know your own scent. If you think about animals, they're like marking their territory, or cats are rubbing their heads. All of it is putting off their scent to let other animals or potential mates or whatever know that they're there. Why would we not have our own scent and use that? And I know that my scent, depending on what I have eaten or ingested or what I'm doing, it's all affected, and the kinds of fibers and clothes that I wear. And yeah,
Mm.
it's so fascinating, but that's really, it's a side tangent.
Yeah. No, but you know what it is? It's good to talk about it because again, it's just demystifying. It's just another beautiful, it's not even just another beautiful part of our body. It's literally the most powerful part of our body, actually. Actually, the most powerful part, let's say. And it's the one that is the most, let's say, disenfranchised from day one. That just makes me really sad.
Yeah.
No
Also, I
wonder women
believe
are
it
not
was
empowered.
in I believe it was in that book that you're reading, The Women's Anatomy of Arousal, that it actually depicts pictures of the penis and the vulva and shows
Mhm.
how essentially before the egg is decided whether it's going to be male or female, that they are the same. And that they
Oh, I didn't get
and
that part
so
yet, but I have heard that. Yeah.
so yeah, it's really fascinating to watch, like, one being split and the other
Wow.
staying.
Yeah, and she mentions how the inside of the vagina has as much erectile tissue as a penis. And I was like, really?
Yes.
Like, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I mean,
engorgement. And that
wow.
actually you shouldn't even allow or have be penetrated until the vulva is fully engorged and like ready to receive. So that was incredible news. And also it changes colors, and it's just
My God,
so
just like a penis.
amazing.
Hello, that's so
Yeah.
obvious. Like, no one's going to try to stick a flaccid penis into sexual, like, play, intercourse. And yet, like, every other fucking man throughout creation is trying to stick his hard penis into a woman, and they don't try to check or care what state of arousal she's at. And sadly, again, we as girls and young women are not whatsoever taught or encouraged to know our own bodies and to also make sure that we know what it feels like to be fully aroused. And then we also set a boundary so that no one's coming in and no one's, working with us and no one's playing with us until we are ready physically, emotionally, psychologically. I mean, we're just so behind the fucking times when it comes to that.
And I feel sad, honestly, for men, because I really think that it's lack of education all around. That
Totally.
they're not born like, oh, I don't want to be sensitive, or I mean, most men want to please women. Or
Totally.
there are some that are so centered on themselves, but again, like, why not? We're trying to include women to be centered on themselves, because honestly, whenever we're all, not that we're self-centered and we're not taking anyone else into consideration, but just like putting the oxygen mask on in the airplane, you got to put your own
Mm,
on first. So you got to take care of yourself. And so if we were educated, both parties, both sides, and this doesn't, getting into the whole other thing of men and women and they and them and transgender and just anyone that owns a vulva, really, and allowing them to know, okay, I mean, again, I was an ICU nurse for over 15 years. And because the vulva was not, maybe in labor and delivery, they teach different, but I was not taught anything of that. And honestly, besides putting a catheter in for someone, there was no education on anything else regarding it. So it's
wow.
very fascinating to come from that and to still recognize the lack of education all the way around it.
Oh my God. I'm so relieved and grateful that we were brought to Mama Gina's work, which we're going to put again in the show works, to Layla Martin's work, again, and put in the show notes, along with the woman who wrote The Women's Anatomy of Arousal, whose name I forget at the moment, but
Sherry something.
Sherry something. We'll put it in the notes. But like, unfortunately, the title of that book, it's the opposite of memorable. I have to fight to remind myself what the title is, but it doesn't matter. The book itself is great and what's in it is important. Yeah, there's not enough women out there educating and being a leader in this field. So that's why Chelsea and I really feel like we want to take it on to just be the change we want to see in the world. That's it. Just being ourselves, bringing ourselves as we are, as we were brought up, and as we're now evolving and transforming,
Learning and
just
sharing.
learning and sharing, exactly, to help others do the same and inspire us and inspire the next generation and the next generation of boys and girls forever and ever. Amen.
Yes, it is so. It is so.
And get fucking Canva on board with some photos, some images.
Yes,
Canva.
all of the big
all of it.
things.
Yeah, exactly. It starts as like a small but concerted and focused effort, and then the groundswell, and then there's the critical mass, and then everything changes. It's possible. It's totally possible. So shall we end it? My clock on my video just said 2222, all the twos, which that's my woo number. I love it. Love the twos.
Woo two.
The woo twos, yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds good for me. I'm
today.
really excited that I'm getting ready to go on a retreat, a women's embodiment retreat. And so I'm about to go learn a whole bunch more and have so much more to share for our next Pussy Talk.
Right.
So,
Hosted by Layla Martin, who's Chelsea is studying with. Wow, that's so true. I wish I were going. I can't wait to hear everything about it. Costa Rica, right? Oh.
yes. So stay tuned. There will be more info and education to be spread.
Can't wait.
Okay. All right. Well, let's close it off like we like to do, which is with one daily W. So, is it me that gives the win in the wow?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. All right. So, I'm going to say my win, my brag of the day is I'm bragging that even though we got home super late last night, that I have already gotten so much accomplished in this day and that I am flowing. And yeah, I'm really grateful for this upcoming trip. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have this experience. I'm grateful to be surrounded by incredible individuals and to learn more about myself and about life in general. So, yeah.
Beautiful. I can't wait also to hear all about it. And my wish for my one wish of the Daily W's is going to be regarding my physical health and rejuvenation and balance. As Chelsea knows, lately, it'll be interesting when this actually publishes. It will be more than a month later from when we're recording. So I will be curious to know if my wish is going to be granted by then, hopefully. Well, it's multi-layered. My wish is for radiant physical, emotional, spiritual, psychological health, and for my body to reflect that health, because I have been struggling and fighting with several recurring allergic reactions, pretty extreme ones on my skin. And I had 2 courses of steroids in the past couple of months, which is like more than I've taken steroids in the past like many, many years. So that was like quite startling to kind of be confronted with needing that. And I just found out yesterday that I was diagnosed with something called osteoporosis, which can happen especially to women in menopause as the bone density can go down. And that was a huge shock for me because I definitely don't really have the normal lifestyle indicators that would indicate osteoporosis, other than I went through early menopause, which means that for 10 years I wasn't getting the same amount of estrogen. So that very well might be, again, I feel like this is related to our topic, because what the fuck? Why doesn't our culture know more about estrogen and how it could have helped me like all these years? But anyway, here I am. I'm taking hormone replacement therapy. That should help a lot. And I'm just wishing for regrowth with my bones and rejuvenation with my skin and health. Wishing that for myself and, of course, for sure, for all of you listening and for all who are in need of health. Wishing for all of us to find the balance, the rebalancing.
What is done, it is already on its way to you. Yes.
I receive. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We love to hear from you. Please continue to write in, to share with us, to DM us, get on our mailing list. You can visit our website and join our mailing list where you will get a little newsletter twice a month regarding what's coming up and how to get involved and how to stay on top of things. And
Be a part of the Brighter Bee community. And please like the video, share with others, help us get the brighter word out there. We appreciate you.
all right, until next time, thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.